Hey guys, so today in this video we are going to talk about self-confidence. So for the past few days I've been studying about positive self-esteem very deeply because in my sixth semester I have a new subject. This is called BSc, value added course. So in this book the first chapter is talk about how important self-confidence is for a person in order to be successful. I don't know what you define success, but in order to be happy, overall. So how important is self-confidence? So in this video I'm going to talk about what self-confidence exactly is and why is it so important. So there are two types of self-esteem. One is positive and the second one is negative. So there are certain people who have positive self-esteem and other people who have negative self-esteem. So one's social interaction with the outside world is largely shaped by their positive self-esteem. We have seen that people with positive self-esteem or good self-esteem usually feel comfortable with interacting with other people, whereas people with low and negative self-esteem usually feel uncomfortable and shy. So we have to understand that why certain people develop negative and positive self-esteem. So there are a lot of factors out there. First is real life interactions, real life experiences, which can be unfavorable and favorable sometimes depending on the situation completely. And one of the largest factor which contribute to the positive or negative self-esteem is parenting. So people in their childhood, if they are finding their parents very supportive and very attentive, then they will likely to develop a very positive self-esteem. But if a child finding their parents to be a bit neglecting or ignoring all the time, they are not having the appropriate attention, then they will likely to develop a very negative self-esteem. They will feel very insecure about themselves. So now let's talk about the qualities of a person with positive self-esteem. So the first point will be the people with positive self-esteem have certain values and beliefs in their life, and which they are ready to defend them even if they are facing opposition. However, we have to understand that they also are willing to modify them in the light of any new experience or insight. So they are also flexible in their ideologies or in their ideas they have in life. The second thing I really liked about people with positive self-esteem, that they have diverse interest in activities. They are not only engaging in academics, but they are also engaging in various activities like sports, music, and everything. So people with positive self-esteem, they don't squander their time thinking about the past or what could happen in the future. They learn from their past, they plan for the future, and they live in the present very, very intensely. And the best thing that I really like about the people with positive self-esteem, that they regard themselves equal in dignity with others irrespective of their financial or social status. So and now let's talk about people with the qualities of the people with negative self-esteem. So the first one would be having a very pessimistic and a very negative outlook about the future, feeling rancor and resentment towards the critics, and considered the temporary setbacks and failures as permanent, always thinking that you are unworthy, feeling of depressions. These are the qualities that a low people with low self-esteem usually have. So now let's talk about that how can we in our life in order to live happily or in order to achieve something, how can we develop positive self-esteem. There are some five strategies that I have used in my life and I have seen some conspicuous changes in my positive self-esteem. First is practice self-care. So instead of scrolling through the social media, of course we are in a social media era, so it's very common for us to scroll through Instagram and all, but to be very honest with you, that's not really worth it. So choose, instead of doing that, choose a hobby. It could be anything: music, art, sports. It could be anything. Join Zumba, join yoga, anything. It could be anything. But please do a action which is real, not sitting around and just scrolling through the social media. It's not worth it, trust me. So the second is identify triggers to low self-esteem. So low self-esteem often begins when we take a very stressful events personally and give a very negative meaning about ourselves. For example, when you fail at something or when someone criticizes you, we often say to ourselves that okay, I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not worth it. But that negative interpretation about yourself can have a very negative ramification in your overall personality. So don't do that. Instead of that, those difficult situations can be a opportunity for us to grow and learn. So instead of saying that I'm not good enough, you should face your fear and you should challenge those negative feelings. So that's how you can build a self confidence. The third is stop and take notice. So in overzealous situation or sensitive situation, we often react on our impulses. For example, if someone has deprecated you, you will instantly feel agitated or irate. So instead of doing that, pause a bit and react calmly. So the third is be responsible. Instead of accusing other or excusing oneself, you should be more responsible. So and the last one is, which is my favorite one, feeling uniqueness of your own existence. So you are unique, okay? You are watching this, you are unique. No one has the experience that you have. No one has the thought and belief that you have. You are, and in order to develop this feeling of uniqueness, what you have to do is this: journal. I don't care, just write it, okay? You don't have to care about the grammar. Please don't care about the grammar. Write in whatever language you are comfortable in. I usually write in English, but still my grammar is not very good, but I still write it. I write my emotions. I write everything. I write also quotes, my own quotes. I also write, you can write anything. And what you are doing is you are literally documenting your life. You are literally documenting your own thoughts. And when you are reading those journals, like for example, when I read my past days journals, I kind of feel unique. I feel that okay, man, like I don't think no one can really think like that. That's how you can develop uniqueness, by documenting your life, by documenting your own thoughts. I just want to say that do journal in order to develop a feeling of uniqueness. So yeah, that's it for today. If you like this video, then please like it and subscribe it. Thank you. Bye bye.